final moments of warm-up. It's interesting to look at their overall Grand Slam record of these two girls. You just can't separate them, Martina. I think it's 64-63 as far as wins are concerned. John has sat on the fence selecting Justine Clijsters.
Perfect.
Your selection?
I couldn't pick anyone myself, so I was just happy to see later that John was struggling himself. So it was just beautifully said, Justine Clijsters.
Sandra De Jenken in the chair from France has called time. So it's time to get it on in their 16th meeting. 9-6 is the head-to-head favouring Kim. They did meet in a couple of early challenger ITF matches, which really...
Why aren't you counting them?
I wonder how many times they played in juniors.
Well, just Shane might. It's now 9-8 if you want to do that. There's Leighton. I'm sure he'd be also feeling a little nervous, a little excited, with his fiancée looking for her first Australian Open title. She's first out onto the court. She's going to be serving first.
Take some deep breaths here. Because Kim does have a tendency when she's nervous to play pretty quickly. So she needs to slow things down a little bit.
Here we go. It's the opening set.
Boy, that's a tough overroll, the first point. I don't know. That ball, first of all, I don't even know if the ball was out. I don't know why you'd make a call like a clear mistake. Not setting a good tone there.
Nope.
50. Yeah, it's normal. It doesn't happen too often that the first point you already get an overrule. Just let the game go a little bit. Well, there was a chance for Justine. Second serve to the forehand.
She hit the forehand with some pace, but right back to Henin. And she didn't cover the line, which you should do when you're up at net.
So good from Kim, but she just ran around that backhand too much, put herself in a bad position.
And she holds. Solid volley. Nice to have that first service game under your belt.
She'll be breathing a big sigh of relief. And I think her best shot is if Justine doesn't put a lot of pace on those ground strokes and she's not off position. Martina said she has a tendency to run around that backhand, leave open the court, but if Justine's hitting her more towards the center, then her inside-out forehand is excellent. And she can hurt Henin with that shot.
Justine to take up serve.
It's also going over the lower part of the net, and when you're up tight, that's a good idea early in the match. Get some confidence.
Just like there, sets herself up with that backhand, you know, she can hit that backhand and just finish off with forehand.
Justine played in 11 finals last year. 11 to Kim's 15.
Rarely will you see Justine Henin hit a shot that poorly, and she's feeling the nerves as well.
He's just leaning backwards instead of coming against it.
I notice she's got a bit of a strapping on the inside of her leg. She also looks like her arms are a little bigger. She's been pumping the weights a little in the off season.
She's actually had that strapping too for the fortnight.
Maybe the outfit makes it a little bit. She used to wear sleeves. You can tell.
Maybe that's it, yeah. I like the sleeveless look then.
But she does a lot of work off court in December. Normally she goes to Florida to train with Pat Etcheberry.
That's some good serving. I mean, the last serve was 180, and that was well placed to level this match.
She's definitely picked up on her serve. That used to be her weak point of her game, and now she's just really serving much better.
Kim last year, Martina had a crack at chasing down one of your illustrious records. She won 9 titles, but she couldn't catch that 12 of yours. You did back in 1997. But what a year she had.
And she played a lot of tournaments, 24.
And in those tournaments won 90 matches, which really hasn't been done since Martina Navratilova back in '82. So
well, she doesn't want to keep up quite that pace. I'm not think sure that would be a good idea down the road. I mean, she is only 20, but needs to pull back 3, 4, 5 less tournaments. She could save some of that energy and the mental strength for the majors.
And she's been playing a lot of doubles too. But she's a strong girl.
That's an understatement.
In the past matches, I see that Kim always could overpower Justine, and it's changed a little bit in the last year, where Justine really could stay with her in the deep ground stroke from the baseline. It's like some heavy-duty hitting.
Oh, dear.
I think the ball had a little bit more spin on it than Justine thought. She thought she'd have more time to line this up, and she caught it a little lower than she would have liked.
And she holds. She was challenged. She answered the challenge. It's 2-1. Well, this has been a very, very good, tight start. And it may just have the makings of being a really, really good contest. Still fans flocking in. They're a little late. But Justine's ready to go, serving at 1-2 in the first set.
Some credit should be given to Carlos Rodriguez as well, who's been with Justine since she was about 14. He's a pretty good player.
Yvonne.
Gulagon Cauley, I think she won 6 or 7 slams.
4 here.
I think she's the only player ever to win a major after having a child.
I don't think it will be still possible to do.
On the women's side.
Can you imagine Steffi Graf out there and playing? Maybe.
Yes,
her.
I can imagine that.
Maybe Kim.
She was talking about having children soon, yeah. It wouldn't be too good for the tennis world.
At least be a matchup for the Agassi Graf kids.
And Sampras.
Well, but the DNA of that kid with the Clijsters-Hewitt combo is the only one that can stay with Agassi and Graf. Won't be pleased with how she hit that topspin lob. It just sat there like a dead duck for Henin. She could pretty much do whatever she wanted.
It's still a good shot to hit. It was dropping. She had a lot of time to choose what she's going to do.
She cut that close.
Oh, Kim not very happy about the call.
Well, I think it may have caught the back of the line. Let's see if we can get a look at Hawkeye. But the bottom line is it wasn't overruled, so it was called in.
Here we go.
She had a point. She had a point.
It was long.
Well, they're even now. What it does point out is how well the players do see the ball, how difficult it is to make those overrules, and your best bet as an umpire is stay out of the way. Try to call the score right. Let the players determine who's going to win it. Boy, every time she does that, your heart stops for a second.
2-all. Kim to serve. And if you think it's a tight opening, they've each won 13 points so far in this match. And that was one of the best, John.
I think it was the best. You saw both players playing at the top of their game.
What a backhand, and Kim's still able to put the racket on it.
Go to low.
It was a good idea just before. She missed that forehand being just too far back. Now she's trying to move into the court a little bit more.
Well, that's a nice angle. That's exactly what you just talked about, Martina. She stepped closer and cut off that ball.
Yeah, it's just really, you could see, it cut off the angle, and amazing shot. And again, that's seen that shot before. You're saying that she didn't close the line.
If you're going to pull it cross court, you need to move over there in a hurry to cover that line. That's why it's a better strategic play to put it back to the backhand and go right back up the line. Just
second
like
double.
that, from 30 love, it's now break point.
Yeah, her second double fault.
And again, Martina just seemed to rush it a little.
Yep. She thought she got a back call on the first serve.
And there's the first break in the match. The error coming from Clijsters, and Henin-Hardenne leads 3-2.
Another leads 3 games to 2.
Justine Henin-Hardenne getting the first break in this opening set.
And the last point was pretty obvious that Kim's really in a hurry and rush to close out the points, because that's been just Justine's game throughout the whole tournament. She really gets the pressure on you when you're really pushed to play too close to the lines. Otherwise, she gets everything back.
15 long.
You get the sense she's imposed her will on her opponents, including Clijsters, that she's mentally tough. And that's what's helping her win these Grand Slams now. That wasn't always the case with Henin. It was a couple years ago. I think she was playing Kim, and she was destroying her at the French. And it completely fell apart. Ended up losing that match.
She was up a set and a break. And it just got a little tired toward the end of that second set. That's when Kim came back and just really destroyed her, like you said, in the third set.
It's the sign of a champion, how she's bounced back, worked harder physically. Now has gone from someone who people thought may crack to the toughest one out there, perhaps, at the moment, with Serena still on the sidelines. Someone by the name of Hingis not out there. Capriati's on is
definitely
out.
made me feel like I don't want to come back. We just had a hit this morning, so.
She going to come back, John?
I'd like to see it.
Game. Henin-Hardenne.
And really, it's been a change since that match. The first time she beat Kim. Because back then, she had that match on her side at the French Open. Just didn't believe in herself that she could go all the way and do it and beat Kim. And
she believes in herself now.
2-4.
This is an example where Kim's got to slow down here. I am biased, Martina, because I'm one of the dinosaurs that has a one-handed backhand, but I absolutely love to watch this shot.
it's just not deep enough from Kim. It just was a great setup for Justine. And with the one-handed backhand, you just have so many more options and angles.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
Mm.
Well, it's good to see a few players out there. Federer on the men's side, Justine on the women's. That angle opening up the court for Kim nicely. This is always a play that's will be successful when you go behind your opponent.
And I like to see Kim do that a little bit more. It's like it really jammed that ball right into her.
Game. Clijsters.
Well, she stays in the set.
Your ball, please.
Down a break at 3-4. Justine Henin-Hardenne to take up serve. She has the only break in the match so far, serving for a 5-3 lead. As one of these names will go on the Daphne Ackhurst Trophy.
Serving with new balls.
Ooh. He just whips that forehand, doesn't she?
She got herself in position there so nicely. Was well prepared. Look at her. I mean, she's ready to go right there. She forces Clijsters to guess to move one way and just rips it to the open court. It's a great point there.
22-shot rally.
But Clijsters much smarter, just stay in the point for a little longer, being more patient. If she could keep that up, that would be much better for her. You've seen Kim always come up with winners like before. I think it was just like the 22 rallies gonna wear her out with time. It's like, who's gonna last longer?
That'd be nice to see if they really try to play that type of match. She's got that big grip change, and once she sort of went to that, what didn't look like her natural forehand grip, so she confused herself. See, she just was willing to push it. You got to get there a little earlier so she can come over it. Because even if that had gone in, Henin was in a good position to hit a passing shot.
And she pushed it a little longer because she saw Justine moving to that backhand side. Oh.
Hennin's had some nice pace on that serve, and then she just steps in, rips that forehand swinging volley.
Yeah, get it out of the air. Just don't waste time.
Nope, just go for it all. What an angle.
Now just a game away from the first set. Kim Clijsters won their last meeting, and when she did, she had to come from behind. That was on a hard court at Filderstad.
It was the finals as well.
Serving now, though,
Porsche.
to stay in the set.
Kim's very careful with her shot.
She doesn't have quite the touch, Martina, that Justine does. And so she tried to just pull off what Justine had just done the previous point. She's got more power, potentially, but she's got to be careful, not go for too much.
Yep. You just mentioned it. But she's really being pushed by Justine to go close to the lines but Justine also not really hurting her. I mean, she's just getting all the balls back, mainly through the middle. And when she sees the chance with the forehand, it's been creating unbelievable angles. And the two men on Justine Henin's side, her husband and coach Carlos Rodriguez. It's really made a difference for her, I believe. Also in the last couple of years, she got married. More settled with life.
Still 2 set points for Justine. And there it is. The first set goes to Justine Henin-Hardenne. 6 games to 3.
6 games to 3.
Henin-Hardenne to serve, second set. That in itself is a bonus for her. Opening proceedings. And John, just in that first set, Justine to me looked more aggressive. She looked hungrier. I think Kim's got to lose some of that niceness.
I couldn't agree with you more. And then I think what you'll see is the crowd get more into it. They've been surprisingly subdued, considering you've got her with the nickname Aussie Kim. It hasn't helped her so far.
Third love.
She's got to show her emotions more to the crowd. Do you agree with that, Martina?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's not like she's not fighting or anything. It's just like her demeanor is a little bit tense, a little tight, not knowing what she's got to do out there at the moment. I'm sure she's just as hungry as Justine. But the confidence is a little bit gone. You just get down on yourself, and we've seen Kim also get down when she's a little frustrated about her game. The strategy is not out there. Just got to find that right now.
as much feel as Justine has. She pointed to her head, realizing that was a dumb choice of shots, considering she was behind the baseline.
Oh, yes. Silly me. Maybe an opening early here. 30 all.
Fantastic shot.
Whenever she gets the time to set herself up for that backhand.
And John, we call Kim Aussie Kim. Greg might live in America, but that's Aussie Greg. Greg Norman with Leighton Hewitt. And Leighton actually caddied for him.
Yep.
Really?
In golf here in this country recently. Did a very good job. Well, she manages to hold despite being challenged. Let's go back to the first.
Well, you take a look here. That was Kim's best moment. Most of the time she found herself on the defensive. That ball too short. Henin will be all over it. She has an ability to come with angles the way Roger Federer does on the men's side, and she's got the confidence to step into these serves, to hit winners.
Look at the percentage of first serves won. 100% for Justine.
Not a bad number.
Incredible. Well, let's see what Kim can do. Down a set and love one.
Low.
I'd really like to see Kim to stay with Justine in those rallies. It's not like she can do it. Oh, overhits that one. That's been the difference a little bit so far. That Justine's able to put these overheads away.
But if you noticed, Henin, when she hit it the previous game, she moved back farther and then got her momentum moving forward into the shot, which Kim unfortunately made the mistake of not doing. And then you're upset that you've missed that shot. You rush the next point and you toss in a double fault.
The third for the match.
This is where she let the crowd sort of pump her up. Slow down here.
Got away with that serve. Justine took the chance. And the double faults haven't come at the best times for Kim also. Much better.
She forced Henin on the defensive, and she's got a very heavy ball when she stays down with it, like she did there.
And she holds to level at 1-1 in the second set. As we go back to the first and the McDonald's critical moment, well, it was the break of serve. Just the one in that first set, but that's all that Justine required.
That's where women's tennis has picked up on the men's game. So like sometimes it doesn't take that much, just that one break.
They've worked hard, the women as well, getting some free points, but you still feel like it's more unpredictable out there. And that will become more and more of a factor. You guys are forgetting that there was 2 breaks that allowed Henin to serve first in the second set.
Correct. Yep. Too good.
That's exactly what it is, because you have to respect that she's going to step down and just go after it. So that definitely is a shot that is something you're not looking for.
She loves to hit those drop shots. Seen her to do it a lot during this tournament. She's done it through the most critical moments. Like, she's been down a break against Davenport, came up with 2 of those, and just saved herself to stay in that first set.
The Australian Open last year, I remember, was a tournament that changed things for both these players. It was that crazy match against Davenport. Henin was cramping and was lucky to make it out in the court, and Kim was up 5-1 in the third against Serena, looking like she was unbeatable.
It was home.
Had a couple match points. Yeah, those shots you want to see from Kit. Those heavy topspin to Justine's backhand. And that one also is get away from the line.
Henin-Hardenne holds. She has a set, and she leads 2-1 in the second. There is the Daphne Ackhurst Trophy, and a brand new name will be appearing on that today. Some of the great names of days gone by. Miss M. Hingis.
Nice little run. Hingis.
Should have been longer.
Yeah, could have been almost one more.
Mighty performance. So 2-1 in the second. Henin-Hardenne leading, but it's Clijsters to serve.
Kim ready to go, just out there.
15 long.
Much better service game. Also in the previous one.
First ace for Kim. It's better.
Well, she pulled that backhand cross court enough to pull Henin off the court, but also she started to cover the line. You see, she moved over there and cut the ball off.
Oh, if you don't mind. What a service game. And she holds. It's 2-all. Justine now taking a few deep breaths, toweling off, taking a little time. She did some running at that point.
Love 15.
And also in that previous point, talking about Kim not having the determination to be in this finals. Just
there was a bit there, wasn't there?
Well, that's what she needs to show the fans. Because Justine certainly has developed that reputation, doing anything it takes in order to win. That's in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Including the well-timed bathroom break when necessary. If this keeps up, she may start thinking
Could
about
be
it.
taking one.
Hits both lines.
So an opportunity here. First the double fault. And now magnificent depth. Henin-Hardenne at love 30.
Again, that backhand, which is so tough to read, opens up the court for her.
Just comes so fast with that heavy topspin.
This is exactly the type of point Martina was talking about, where Kim needs to dig a little deeper there and make Henin work harder. It's a very close ball.
Yep. But she's not allowed to do these unforced errors. Just like try to get it a little bit inside the line. It's going to be just as good.
What she should do is aim for a little bit safer spot, so in case she's a little late or a little early, it will still go in. Does not want to beat herself.
She's been doing a lot better in this game. The first couple points really making Justine move from side to side.
Well, the double fault didn't help her cause, but she holds serve. She's a very, very determined young lady. 3-2. Time is starting to run out for Kim. She's got to do something very smartly in this second set.
Got to keep her concentration right here, because you know Justine's going to put the pressure on. She had a good opportunity to break and let it slip away. Now at 2-3.
15 low.
She held serve easily the last time she went up to the baseline. Let's see if she can do it again and put the pressure back on Henin. Not a lot on that first serve.
And Justine is just such a great counter puncher.
15 over.
Just really wrong-footed her. There's not a lot of luck for Kim as well. Another double fault.
Number 4.
Also, a big part in Justine's game, she got used to those heavy hitters on the tour. She's the only one pretty much in the top 5, top 10 to be that small.
30 over.
is the first time we see Justine miss that backhand.
A rarity.
32.
Could have given her break point opportunity.
And forced errors 21-18. Clijsters leads.
No, this approach not good enough.
If she's going to hit that type of approach, I'd recommend her waiting to see where it goes before moving in, because it was tentative.
It was a little bit in the lane of nowhere after she hit that forehand.
Lights for service. Lights for service. Advantage.
Pulled away from that shot, and she's in trouble now again at break point. Footwork is not very good on that shot.
And Justine taking her time in the shade to regroup for the break point. Wow. What a point.
She doesn't have to wait long. She's got the break in the second.
It's a magical shot, that one-handed backhand. Absolutely the best in the business.
Well, you see that also double-handers sometimes try when they're on the stretch to hit it one-handed.
That's true. That's tougher, though. You know that as a two-handed player. I'm sure not quite as confident when you're trying to hit the one, right?
It's like 50% chance.
You get the feeling it's a lot better than 50% with Justine when she takes a swing at
That's
it.
for sure. And she was so quick on getting there. She covers the court so well.
Well, it was so well handled. The first volley was deep, and then she angled it off nicely. Nice touch there. She's on the attack. She keeps her cool. She gets down nice and low. I mean, it's just, you can't do it any better than she did.
Yeah, and covered the line.
Exactly.
17 winners to 7.
Good Hawkeye here. I think the difference in this match to a large degree is where the two players return each other's serves. You see Kim tries to get near the baseline, but for the most part in a different position. You watch Justine, we'll see that after this point. She's looking to be aggressive, certainly attacking Kim's second serve. Made no mistake there. Just nice and aggressive by Kim Clijsters. This is really big for her. I mean, she's going to be way, way down at 5-2 if she does not break here. That's some great defense.
And a chance now, John.
It's a huge, huge chance for her to get right back in this match.
Double break back point.
That was a very nice defensive lob. This is going to get the crowd into it as well.
And a big difference on being down 5-2. Just having a chance to get even.
30-40.
Handy.
It shows these mere mortals that are only 5'6" can find angles as well. Not as easy as it is for a guy like Safin, who's almost 6'5".
Just her second ace, but it couldn't have come at a better time. Still one breakback point.
Yeah, that's when Kim just has to shake it off that last point and just focus on the next.
Well,
Some great court coverage.
but she's back. 4-3. Henin-Hardenne in the second. New balls. Serving now at 3-4.
Long 15.
She moved so well in that last point to break Justine's serve, and that was just more of a sloppy footwork. Again, yeah, you're not allowed to do and first errors like that. And he just broken, and now you really have to stay in focus and stay in this match.
Nicely done by Clijsters. Obviously a huge point. It would have been 40 love down because Henin was looking to mix things up. I mean, she stepped in and really went after a couple of those backhands, but she stayed with it. She needed that point in a big way.
Yeah, and Kim just definitely doesn't have to be afraid of those groundies.
30.
She can come up with her own pace and power.
Let it drop.
Good decision. And a good fight back.
Well, what I liked about it too is that in case it had dropped in, she was getting ready to get in position, not take such a risky play there. That's good tennis from Clijsters from love 30.
So all tied up at 4 games apiece in this second set.
4 games over.
It's amazing to watch Kim. She always comes in at times when either she's down a break point or when she's up a game point. It was like in the most critical moments. She's not afraid of coming in and just do something at the net.
She's rattled Justine a little here. He looked to be in a bit of cruise control at 4-2. Now we have a very competitive match.
Yeah, and she's definitely pounding on Justine's backhand right now. Just really always looking for the angle.
Long 30.
Second serve, just 130 Ks, and Henin-Hardenne in real trouble, and this match has certainly taken on a very different look. But a more sobering thought is that only 6 players have come back from a set down to go on and win.
I believe it made that little difference in that 4th, 5th game where she started move Justine from side to side, not just staying in the cross-court rallies, but just really mixing it up.
15-30.
Remember, you got about 3 inches higher when you try to take it up the line. You got to play it a little bit safer.
Add a little more topspin. And just hit it higher.
Well,
unfortunate time.
2 doubles in the game. And now it's break point for Clijsters to go to a 5-4 lead.
Not wanting to have to hit a second serve right now. She should be aggressive, take that ball early, and try to hit it cross court on that backhand.
And there's the break. We do have a match because Clijsters has come from nowhere to take the last 3 games. She leads in the second. Serving for the set at 5-4.
Where that doubles play comes in handy. Still willing to attack. And this time she's doing better now. She's realizing that she's been hurt with those passing shots up the line, and she's cutting the ball off. She's made the necessary adjustment, just appears in the nick of time. That's just the type of play, Martina, you were talking about. She's taken something off the ball, just gotten it in deep, and it's paid off for her.
Yep. Every time she does the splits, the crowd goes like, wow.
That ankle.
Love the flexibility. Worried about the ankle there.
Well, her mother being a gymnast, I wouldn't be too worried about her. Too short. And Justine has picked up on speed now. Getting the ball more aggressive from both sides. Really, that forehand was a little bit tentative in the last few games.
Well, now this match takes yet another twist. It's break point to the lady. on your screen.
Can't relax watching this.
A point to level at 5-all for Justine. No.
They're both great when they're behind. Just take it to a different level.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good. Huge point. And what a way to bring up set point.
Well, she made a whole loop to get to that lob.
Advantage, Clijsters.
Kim Clijsters' mother.
Both players working extremely hard out there.
We'll have to see both players love to hit the forehand on the rise, out of the air. Just great swing through.
Well, that's a great example of watching the player watch the ball into his strings. She really stayed with that shot.
I'm going to show some Andrew Agassi eyes out there.
She gets another crack at it.
It's a safer shot for her over the lower part of the net. It's well done. Court opening up because she sliced that ball and served far enough out wide.
Second set point. And this time she's got it. Kim Clijsters squares this match at 1-all. Enter out in the first 6-3. Clijsters the second. 6-4. We've got a decider. Clijsters already out on court. Henin-Hardenne to take up serve.
And no question, Kim Clijsters has got the game face on.
That's right. In the latter part of that set, Martina, she did get into the match. The crowd brought her into the match, and it lifted her incredibly.
Definitely, especially when she broke back. That was a change of moments.
Justine played that loose game on serve, tried that ill-advised drop shot, and it's totally turned around.
Just not enough topspin on it. Hit it just too flat out wide.
Well, she gets Justine so far off the court, she's got to move in towards the net in case she tries that shot, because she's utilized that shot effectively, slicing the ball short. She's got to be ready for that.
No need to rush those balls. Even she knows Justine's gonna cover that court.
She's so pumped up though right now. She's, she won this set. She's still out there.
And again. Just take it easy, Kim. Settle down. As Justine
Game, fun.
holds with ease. And we go back to the second set, and it was nice to see her coming back, John.
Yeah, I think she got some confidence by coming into the net. She started to pick up on Justine's. This was one of her easy service games. Soon after that, you'll see Justine try a ill-advised shot. There's the feel at net once again. And we've got more highlights to come. I guess we cut out the drop volley, but bottom line is that we've got ourselves a third set here, fans.
15 long.
They haven't been on the court that long. It's now an hour and 17 minutes, so there should be plenty of left physically for these two.
And not a hot day. Very pleasant conditions. 5 players have come back from the position that Kim found herself in. A set down. Monica Seles has done it twice.
That backhand is so good down the line. Has worked so well for her. You don't expect her to hit that down the line from that angle and where she's playing, where she's standing.
That's why the depth of the Clijsters ground strokes needs to be there for her, because Henin has that ability to just step in and hit winners cross court or up the line.
And when she takes it on the rise, takes it so early. And she twists her whole body into that forehand, especially when she goes cross court.
You can see that the ball got behind her. She ran through the ball a bit because she was looking to attack. Ball got away from her. See, when she sees her go to that slice, and she's got her off the court, Kim's got to move forward, because that's the shot she's used time and time again. She just looks tentative there, trying to hit that approach shot.
She's just probably better idea just to go back either through the middle or back to the backhand. I've been saying 3 inches down the line is just too much to go back down the line.
Trouble now. The first opportunity for a break in this deciding set.
It's almost like she tricked herself. It looked like she had lined it up the line, decided to change at the last moment. Cut it too close.
There's the break.
Maybe she's got her just where she wants her. She's down a break. She came back from 4-2 the last set.
I think she'd probably prefer not to keep doing that.
Yeah, got herself pumped.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh.
Hawkeye had that ball in. That's history now, though. Henin-Hardenne serving for a 3-love lead in the third set.
15 long.
She got herself pumped up in that second set. Just wanting it like almost too much in that first service game.
Remember, she came out a lot earlier than Justine. She couldn't wait to start the third set. Some of that overexcitement has cost her here.
Too much too quickly. Much better toss there. Sometimes Monica Seles used to do it, but only in occasions when she was down a break point.
What would she do?
Just
Have a bad
bad toss.
Hey, I think we're all guilty of that. Get a little nervous, the ball goes anywhere. The key is the people that have the guts to just catch it. You know, not saying, I don't care if.
Yes, but you see that Jennifer Capriati has probably the worst ball toss, but she's still able to somehow really get
No,
the
that's
ball
that
control.
Russian girl. I gotta let me see, because she has a wicked one. Let me just give me a second. Maybe I'll get another changeover.
That rustling you can hear as John's going through his
Going to
files.
work.
Well,
Two doubles
the
in a row.
doubles now have opened the door a little for Kim Henin-Hardenne, still holding a point for a 3-love lead.
Yeah, really, Kim would want to get this break back. Otherwise, she sees herself being 3-0 down in the third set.
She holds, looks towards her husband with determination. 3-love, third set.
Another leads 3 games to love.
Will the name Justine Henin-Hardenne be going on the Daphne Ackhurst Trophy? Well, she's edged in front of this match at the moment. Kim trying to get on the board in the deciding set. Serving now at love 3.
Not a high enough percentage play to try to go for that big a shot. And you're down 3-love. Dementieva, by the way, was seeded here 7.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about a slouch by any means.
First round. Maybe because of the windy conditions.
Dementieva apparently Martina lost in the first round. It was a bit windy that day.
Who knows?
Or if it was, her toss might have been on Vodafone.
And she was playing on Margaret Court.
Well, this is quick now. 40.
For a double break, she has 3 opportunities now, and this would virtually shut the gate.
It shows you how tough Henin is, though. I mean, after losing that set, to come right back. I mean, look at this game.
It's too good.
Pierre-Yves is even impressed.
Yeah, he must like it.
Another leads 4 games to love.
Also, Kim has given that little opening to stay for Justine in that second set. She had a re-break opportunity, and Kim was able to close it out, but
That's great
One
effort
athlete.
there. She's been through so much, Justine Henin. At a young age, her mom passed away. She had to become sort of the mother, so to speak, to her brothers. She's later become estranged to her father. So it's important that she has this team, her husband and Carlos Rodriguez. But she is one tough young lady.
Thank you.
well, that's maybe helped her to be so tough and determined on
Yes,
the
it
court.
has. Her sanctuary away from her personal difficulties that she grew up with.
And tennis became her priority, which is really
15-all.
being existent out in the world.
She brought her mom apparently to the French Open when she was around 11 or 12 and told her one day, I'm going to win this tournament.
And she did.
Yeah.
Her mom passed away 6 months later, and she looked up in the sky when she won it. So, see, I told you I was going to do it.
And she beat the woman she's playing now.
Just not aggressive enough there. Play with some more topspin. Make sure the ball drops down. It's just a horrible run for her after having won the second set. It's too bad. Just totally deflated the crowd.
Much safer play there. Just playing way inside the lines. Would be much greater help for her. Just really has been doing so well in the second set on placing the points, but when you get a little tired, you might be a little bit late on those shots, so you have to make sure you don't go that close.
Well, it's a bit surprising, but she's got herself a chance to break here. Wildly unpredictable.
How handy is the double break?
How incredible would this be if she came back?
Well, it's not like it hasn't been done before in a Grand Slam match, especially.
She's got it. She's got it. Now one to go. Henin-Hardenne, 4-1 in the decider.
Henin-Hardenne leads 4-1.
Down, but not yet quite out. Breaking back once. She has a serve to come. There is a faint hope for Kim Clijsters as Henin-Hardenne tries to win her 16th career title. Clijsters serving.
Great defense play from Justine. It's really high over the net, great depth. Kim just wanting to do too much with that ball. That was a little bit of a lazy shot.
It was a tight one there. Just looking to push the ball back in the court. Just got away from her. There's another one.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's slicing that ball now. That first point was so well handled. Added so much topspin on it, and now she's just trying to push it.
Oh dear.
Nerves do nasty things to your mind and body.
When you get close to the end of a match, Martina, how things change.
Yeah, you just have to stick to your game plan.
Oh, that's easier said than done. Oh,
It's
just
easy
do
from
that.
saying back here in the bunker. And it just hit some aces.
Really went for some fancy shots there.
There's Leighton. Come on. Come on.
Henin-Hardenne leads 4-2.
And he's probably one of the biggest fighters out there. really runs down every shot possible.
Well, she couldn't help but be inspired by him, particularly in light of recent Davis Cup performances.
Oh yeah, talk about that. He's being a little bit like taking to the limits.
So, new balls for Justine Henin-Hardenne, serving at 4-2 in the third.
It's a good disguise. I'm not sure that Kim would have liked to have taken that decision back. In the position she was in, it was not good enough, and she has that big grip change. It's a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, but both of them just been trying to hit drop shots out of the most difficult position when you're so far back behind the baseline. It's really the nerves.
So difficult too on a hard court, the bounce.
High bounce on this surface.
Yeah.
Rebound is even more than the hard court.
This is not Roland Garros.
No.
I like that change of pace by Clijsters, the old moon ball. Haven't seen that at this tournament.
Well, when you've never done it in the whole match, but in the third set, I really get the speed on it afterwards. Really, she was pinching her knee into the wall with that one, the loopy one.
Oh dear.
Justine's turn to get tight. Trying to be nice. I believe she's still breathing.
Double fault number 6.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Kim leading 5-1 in the final set against Serena here.
Well, that's another Hewitt trait. He doesn't mind being down and coming from behind. And as you said, John, wait till it's 1-5 or something like that. She'll come back.
That's right. And here's her chance to get back on serve.
It's even more difficult for Leighton to be sitting out there. He probably wish he could just help her being on the hot seat.
The backhand, the savior.
Yeah, every time she gets the time to hit that backhand, mostly it's been a winner.
And she's still got another break point, though. Justine's having trouble finding a good serve.
Her first serve percentage has dropped below 50. Kim's is almost 70.
I wonder what she was telling either Carlos or her husband, French.
Got her. She got her. There's the break. Welcome back, Kim Clijsters.
Now we're talking.
Here we are. Hardenne leading 4-3 in the third. This crowd was heading for the morgue at 4-love. They've done a U-turn. As Kim Clijsters is now serving to level the third at 4-all.
Thank you. Long 15.
Now she'll get down love 30. You know, pull out of the game.
Yeah, this match has definitely had some twists and turns to it.
At some point, be careful.
John, women's tennis, it's so predictable, isn't it?
That's what you got to love about it, because it's never over to the last point. The serve is certainly improved with a lot of the top players, but they can't just smack aces the way a Safin can or some of these other bombers in the men's game. So you always feel like the returner has a chance.
Love 30.
She'd really need this game to hold, just to get even, so she'd have a little air to breathe again.
She might be better off down 5-3, the way things are going. Well, that's some shot. It was 15-30 down. She really stayed down and finished the stroke there, hit some heavy topspin, got that racket under the ball.
30.
She caught the outside as well, so it was angling away from Henin. See, love 30, you know, it's just where she wants it.
Sometimes a solid first serve, this really gets you out of trouble. This wasn't certainly like the best serve she's hit, but it's the first one.
154.
This is not the greatest moment.
They've both been guilty of double faults, as you can see. 6 and 5. It's a deuce.
And Kim definitely, even she had a few unforced errors in this game, dominating this game anyway. Yeah, but it was the right call. Another double fault.
So Leighton in front of him, George Lazenby, 007. Leighton chatting with young Andrew McLeod's son, Connor. Andrew, a marvellous AFL player.
She closed in so well after she hit that.
She closed in, she guessed right, the ball was right there for her, and just didn't even look like it was close to going in.
Break point for Henin-Hardenne to go to a 5-3 lead.
No.
Out.
No. Overrule.
Kim asking, did you see it out? And Sandra De Jenken.
We can't see it from this angle. Oh no, don't tell me it was in. It did catch a little bit of the line. What is going on?
Yeah, but you don't want to go to the line when you
No, well,
have
that's
the whole
true.
court open.
That's a
But the
tough.
bottom line is it was in by a little bit.
Not much, John. I know.
Cannot be serious.
And the
It's done
crowd
now.
certainly doesn't like it.
It's not over yet
Well,
because
that's
Kim
true,
Clijsters has got to serve. Justine's got to serve for the match. We're all getting a bit excited here. But it sure beats double faults. And that's what hurt Kim.
Yeah, but Justine definitely in that last game and really stayed in the last point to break Kim. It's like anything can happen, anything's possible.
It was an argument for replay, certainly, which is in some of the other sports they use, but I'd like to see it utilized in this one as soon as possible.
Well, certainly in your case would take away of the drama a little bit.
We'd figure something.
The problem is, of course, for that virtual trial by video is that would be the enormous cost, particularly at a complex like this. I mean, you can't just do it for one court.
Why not? It's like next.
Grand Slams make a lot of money out of this. So. The show courts. That's where everyone sees.
Henin-Hardenne, 2 points from the title.
And Justine just really giving Kim the opportunity to miss. She hasn't really done anything special in the last 2 games, but she's got the match point.
She's got 2 of them. 2 championship points. She needs only one. Justine Henin-Hardenne wins her first Australian Open final in 3 sets. 6-3, 4-6, 6-3 over Kim Clijsters. An extraordinary match, John.
Well, it had some incredible unpredictability to it. The crowd responding to Henin-Hardenne, but they're also clapping for Kim Clijsters because she made a real match out of it. It looked like it was going to be a blowout at the 7.5 in. Kim came back. It looked like it was going to be a blowout at 4-love in the third. She came back. And then she got that bum call at 4-3.
Well, Justine definitely made it happen. She just such a great fighter, hustled every shot down.
So Justine now has her 3rd Grand Slam title.
Well, she's a great champion. Make no mistake about it.
Yep.
Justine Henin-Hardenne is a fabulous player.
It almost felt like she couldn't believe it herself when she went down on the knees. Definitely it's over, this match.
She's gotten the best of her now. This is her 3rd major title in the last 4 events.
And she's beaten Clijsters at Roland Garros. She's beaten Clijsters at the US Open. And she's beaten her on Rod Laver Arena here at Melbourne Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, this final promised so much and didn't deliver. I'm sure you'll all agree. And put your hands together for our finalists, Kim Clijsters and Justine Henin-Hardenne. It's been a stunning 2 weeks in the women's draw here at the Australian Open for 2004. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the President of Tennis Australia, Mr. Jeff Pollard.
Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, Premier, Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. 128 women players started out in the first round of this Australian Open 2004 from 36 different countries. And in the end, I think we should first congratulate 2 players on a wonderful final from the same country and on being great ambassadors for the sport of tennis and for their own country, Belgium. For Justine, it's her first Australian Open. It's her 3rd Grand Slam title this year, in fact in the last 12 months. And that alone will put her amongst the all-time greats of tennis. So congratulations, Justine, on this year's title. Kim, number 2 in this event, number 2 in the world at the moment is a great achievement. But you're so popular here in Australia. You're a great... And as they just have, the crowd do want to recognise your wonderful sportsmanship, both on and off the court. I'd just like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our major sponsor, Kia, our associate sponsor, Heineken, and Hans-Erik Tweed is on the dais with me today because we are pleased to announce that Heineken will continue as the official beer for the Australian Open for another 3 years, so we welcome that. I'd like to thank the other on-court sponsors, our suppliers, the media, and particularly Channel 7, the umpires, lines persons, bald persons, the court services, the drivers, statisticians, the Melbourne Park staff and their contractors, the Tennis Australia staff, under Australian Open staff in particular, under Tournament Chief Executive Paul McNamee, and of course you, the spectators. Today we passed over 500,000 people for the fortnight. We'll have the final total tomorrow, but it will certainly be our 2nd biggest crowd of all time. So thank you for your wonderful support of the Australian Open.
Thank you, Jeff. And that is great news about Heineken being on board for another 3 years. Hans-Erik Tout is the General Manager for Heineken Australia, and he will assist in our presentations. Jeff will present the trophies, and Hans the winner's checks to our runner-up and our winner. It gives me great pleasure to introduce up on the stage, and I know you'll give her a huge round of applause, our runner-up for the women's singles for 2004 from Belgium, Kim Clijsters.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Justine. I think she played a great final, and in the end, she was too good. So well done. This has been an incredible 2 weeks for me. Maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I didn't even think that I was going to be able to participate here. So, although I lost, I'm still very, very thankful to so many people and who made it possible for me to come out here and start the tournament. So I want to thank my physio, the WTA physios. They've been really, almost 24 hours a day have been treating me and trying to get me as fit as I could be. So thank you, everyone. I also want to thank my coach. He's been a great supporter of me, and we've known each other for so long. So thank you always for your support. I feel bad talking with my back to them, but I don't mean to. I'll just turn around. I want to thank my mom who is here throughout these weeks. Francis, thank you for all your help. Martin, my sponsor from Fila, thank you so much. Leighton's parents, thank you for always the support. And you guys, I want to thank you so much for all the support. You're probably the most professional crowd I've ever played in front of, and no. Whenever I come to watch Davis Cup matches, I mean, of course you go for the Aussies, but you always, you're very, you know your sports, and that's why I'm very proud to be marrying an Aussie as well. So thank you.
It's a tough act to follow, but it gives me great pleasure to welcome. Well, she's won the French, she's won the US Open, she's now the Australian Open champion. Justine Henin-Hardenne is the Australian Open champion for 2004.
Should be fine. Thank you very much. I want to congratulate Kim for sure for a wonderful tournament. She played again. She wasn't sure that she could play, and she did, and she fought a lot. So congratulations for this unbelievable tournament. I want to thank for sure the tournament director, all the organization, the major sponsor Kia, and all the sponsors of the tournament to give their support to this biggest event, in the year. And I want to thank also all the WTA staff. I think sometimes we forget them, but they're doing a great job, and I want to congratulate them too, all the physios. I want to thank for sure my staff, especially Carlos, my coach, and Pierre-Yves, my husband. You can't imagine the support you give me since already 7 years, and since we married. Pierre-Yves, thank you so much for everything you're doing for me. I can't tell you. I want to thank also Patty Cheberry. He's not here, but he's in Florida. Thank you to him, because he made me stronger. He just helped me to believe in myself, believe in my chances. And I want to thank you, the crowd. You gave me an unbelievable support these 2 weeks. It's a pleasure to play here in Australia. I love it, and I'll come back this for sure with the same pleasure. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our official presentation for the women's singles for 2004. Once again, a huge round of applause for our runner-up, Kim Clijsters, and the Australian Open champion for 2004, Justine Henin-Hardenne.